Hey guys, Jay here. Happy Sunday night. Well, I was happy until my sister showed up here. What a bitch. I'll tell you what. And I hate saying that about her because she's my sister. But she come in here like a banshee. I was sitting out there with Mom. I just got her coffee for her. And she seen them dehydrators sitting on a table. And the gun my mom bought me to make the jerky and stuff. And she said, "What's this?" Mom said, "It's brother's dehydrators. I got him for his birthday." And she said, "Yeah, he needs that like he needs a hole in the head." I said, "What are you talking about?" And she just went out back and slammed the door. Then she come back in. She said, "Where'd that refrigerator come from?" I said, "I bought it." She said, "Let me guess, you used a credit card." And I said, "No, I didn't use a credit card. I paid fucking cash for it." I said, "Like it's any of your fucking business." And she said, "What was wrong with the other one?" I said, "I showed you what was wrong with it." I said, "I'll tell you what, if you don't come up here and you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't fucking come up. Just fucking leave me alone." My mom asked her, she said, "What is your problem tonight?" She said, "I'm sick of coming up here." And she said, "Then don't come up." Look, she only comes up here once a week, and she acts like her ass is a gold mine because they got money, because they're millionaires. And she said all them dehydrators was a waste of money. No, flying to fucking Hawaii, getting on a floating boards and fucking floating around the sea for 2 weeks to me is a waste of fucking money. But I ain't gonna say nothing to her about it. It's her fucking money. She can spend it where she wants. She left here and slammed the garage door, and I opened it up and I said, "I'm gonna tell you something, bitch. Leave your fucking keys here and don't worry about coming back. If that's the way you're gonna act," I said, "we needed a new refrigerator." I said, "I'll show you the fucking receipt. It says cash." She said, "I don't care." Well, I don't care either anymore. And she says, "All you two do is sit here and wallow around. You're both act like you can't do anything." I said, "You ignorant bitch." And she said, "And all you do is sit here and whine about Dad." She said, "He's dead and gone. Forget about it." I said, "I'm going to tell you something. Get the fuck out of here before I beat you over the head with this cane." My dad was not her dad, not her real dad. So she can say shit like that. But I'll tell you what, it was enough for me. She don't need to come up here and treat us like that. Nobody talked to her. She hasn't called. I text her, asked her if she was alright and shit. She never responded back. And she just shows up here and starts slamming doors. I don't get it. Nor do I care to get it. I ain't gonna let her drag me down. I have a hard enough time sleeping at night. He said that nurse stopped and dropped by and dropped me off like baby Tylenol for my knee. Luckily, it's just a busted tendon, so it'll heal up. Like I said, it's one thing after another with me and my health, and it's not my fault. My mother's 76 years old. Yeah, she uses a walker. But it's bullshit how she treats us. So she can just stay away. And Mom and I were sitting out there talking. And I told her I was going to make jerky and beef sticks tomorrow. And I asking her what kind she wanted. If she wanted beef sticks and jerky or whatever. And I got onions in the refrigerator. They're not soft or anything yet, but they're starting to get sprouts on them, so I'm going to cut them up. I'm going to dehydrate them. And my mom bought a new vacuum sealer that you put like meat in the bags and vacuum seal it. You can put the stuff in the freezer. So, like I said, it's not my sister's money, so it's none of her business. But she wants to make everything her business. So as far as I'm concerned, what she said about my dad, she can go to hell and stay there. Alright guys, I'm going to get going. I'll talk to you later. Please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget the damn likey button, Betty. Sorry for getting angry. I'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.